pressing like I'm Ryu if I can, or you can.
Pen Absurd, the best rapper that you never heard.
And if that went over your head, then I guess I should wait. Time to lay, I ain't got no time to waste.
Welcome to the World of Creators platform, Ribso edition. To start with, who is Fife?
Fife is a music artist, songwriter from the luxurious gates of Southeast London. All-round creative, vibe bringer, thing doer. Pen Absurd, the best rapper that you never heard. That's me.
They say love is blind, but you look 2020. Planting so divine, you sweet like Kelly Welly. Priceless, but you still worth every penny. I've had plenty, many, this one ain't no any. Julie, this one in my gelly. Fuji's coming if you're ready. Ooh, we got me singing heavy. Ooh, we got me singing. Beautiful, oh, I think you're beautiful. Roots in you up into your cuticle. Truth is, I think you the truth. And I can see my beautiful, oh, I think you're beautiful. Roots in you up into your cuticle. Truly, I think you the truth. And I can see my I can see my beautiful, oh, I think you're I'm like, where the hell I find her? She like vintage but designer. Thriller on some vinyl, yeah, she quite the classic. On Jordan like he Michael, got me talking like I like you. Can't afford to, but I try to just assure you that I might. If you slide, tackle issues if you like. I ain't sweating to invite you or accepting your decline. Better make the right move. I'm trying to break the cycle, not the streets, but I'm a fighter. It's like Tekken when I'm Tekken. Got me pressing like I'm Ryu if I can, or you can. Excel if you spreadsheet. You prettier than evidence suggests. Don't know if this ever has been said, but girl, you sweeter than the crevice in your legs. Yes, I'm embellished in your crest, done straying, I'm staying, I could never be your ex. Too rated, you won't ever need a next. It's brekkie when I chef, guess I'm the bagels to your eggs. Crack a smile when now there's cradles by the bed. If you need statements, I'll confess. The greatest to the best, the favorite of my guest, you top the table with them legs. Few bumps like a razor to the neck, I just pray that we can make it to the end. Friend, beautiful, oh, I think you're beautiful. Roots in you up into your cuticle. Truth is, I think you the truth. And I can see my beautiful, oh, I think you're beautiful. Roots in you up into your cuticle. Truly, I think you the truth. And I can see my I can see my I can see my truly, I think you the truth. Beautiful, oh, I think you
What is your heritage and how does it influence your music?
My heritage, I'm mixed heritage. Both my parents are mixed, so part English, part Jamaican, part Ghanaian, fully South Londonian. And I think obviously the Jamaican and the Ghanaian kind of speaks for itself. A lot of reggae influences in there, and a lot of African Afro beats in there as well. I'd say more recently, like heritage, like old school reggae, new school Afro beats. But I think just being from South London is kind of like, it's a melting pot of cultures anyway. So I think if you've grown up here, you've grown up around people from all sorts of cultures. So you're quite, well versed in many different elements.
What inspired you to start music?
I think just a love of like creativeness. I think initially I was kind of like, I was into acting from a very young age. I used to be in a lot of musicals at school, all the plays. So I just loved being on stage. I loved that interaction of like stage and audience. And yeah, like I said, grew up on a lot of musicals. And the musical element of the acting was something that I quite liked. And I was just a big music fan anyway. There was always music playing in my house. And then, yeah, I think initially like it was grime. Like grew up in the grime era when grime was really picking up. And that was my first initial, what made me pick up a pen and start scribbling.
What artists inspired your music?
Again, growing up in the era I grew up, like close to home, Wretch, Gets, P Money. That was like my grime UK influence. But then Rakim was probably the first rapper actually that I was like, yo, this guy's serious. And that's kind of what I based my style on, like very lyrical, mad flows. Yeah.
Plenty of fishes in the sea, but do they bite the bay? Got 'em hooked all on my lines, but can they ride the wave? And if that went over your head, then I guess I should wait. Time to lay, I ain't got no time to waste. Woo-hoo, baby. Always been a sucker for a cute lady. And I may never buck you, but I'm due to, maybe. And you know I'm a smoothie, I might juice you crazy. Ooh, you tasty, sweet one on the tooth for doing fruit shoots daily, yeah. You know what I'm used to, baby. And I need all this red bright fruit, yo. I hope the feeling's mutual. Yeah, you know it's mutual. You know you want that 5 times. And I'ma get it for you, freeing up your mind, right? You can get it if you want to. I know you wanna be the one to, calm as a cow. So why we arguing now? Cause wifey been an actor, now there's drama in town. And wifey, she attractive, but she harboring doubt. And we was hella drunk in love, but now we sobering out. She singing
gorgeous, kiss me on my forehead, tell me that it's so good, even when it's awkward.
I ain't gonna, baby, we should.
Baby, this is torture. You've been mine for time. I keep holding tight. We was doing 5 play, now we're doing 4 beds.
Kiss me on my, tell me that it's even when it's awkward. That ain't gonna solve things, baby, needs a cure things.
Baby, this is torture. You've been mine for time.
Forever though,
I keep holding tight.
you need to let it go.
We was doing 5 play, now we're doing 4 beds. I keep holding
We was there 5 play, now we doing forfeits. Tried to go the right way, how did we get lost in? We was there 5 play, now we doing forfeits. Tried to go the right way, how did we get lost in? We was there 5 play, now we doing forfeits. Tried to go the right way, how did we get lost in? We was there 5 play, now we doing forfeits. Tried to go the right way, how did we get lost in?
now we're doing 4 beds. Kiss me on my forehead, tell me that it's so good, even when it's awkward.
That ain't gonna solve things, baby, needs a cure things.
Baby, this is torture. You've been mine for time. I keep holding tight.
Need to let it go.
We was doing 5 play, now we're doing 4 beds.
Can you remember your first studio session and what it felt like?
If I remember correctly, it was with a guy from my church actually. So I kind of grew up in the church, and there was a guy there called Triumph, big up Triumph, and he was a banging producer and artist. And went there at the age of like probably like 14, 15. It was just gas. It was just in his bedroom, in his yard, but it was just gas to just be around it, and you know, my little high squeaky voice rapping on a beat. So yeah, that was the first of many.
What does your creative process look like?
I mean, it varies. I think at base level, the most organic is like, I get a lot of my lyrics when I'm driving. So I'll be driving around, I might have a beat on, or I might just be listening to a song and that beat inspires me. And I might get a melody idea, or more often like a lyric. And I'll kind of just go over it in my head enough. And then if I remember it, when I'll type it down or I'll voice record it. And then that will kind of be the basis of something. And then obviously eventually go studio, develop it more. But yeah, that's the most organic way, I think, for me.
And how do you hope your audience digest your music?
I just hope they take time, man. I think you just have to take time with it. I think we live in a society now where everything's so fast-paced and it's so instant, and it's like, if it doesn't grab you within 3.2 seconds, it's like, yeah, next, like, scroll on. So I hope that people would just take the time out to deep it. I think a lot of it is quite lyrical, so I think you might not always get it first time round, so it's kind of like you need to really digest it. And yeah, I hope it just kind of speaks to people in a way. I think I like to think that it's quite hard on my sleeve, quite vulnerable, quite open. So I hope that people can relate to that.
When you're not creating music, what do you get up to?
If you asked me that a year ago, my answer would have been different. But yeah, I'm a dad now, innit? So I'm a family man, bro. I'm just, you get me? Changing nappies and wiping away bogey. That's what's occupying me at the moment. Other than that, a bit of gym. I'm big on socializing. Like I'm a people's person. So you know what I'm saying? Kicking it with the boys. Yeah, family stuff. Yeah.
Have you got any announcements to make or upcoming projects that you'd like to share?
The song that I'm performing on this platform hasn't got a name yet, but I can assure you that by the time this is out, it will do. That will be the next thing we're putting out around February time. So you can look out for that one.
And finally, what does freedom, evolution, and culture mean to you?
Freedom is the ability and liberty to kind of be yourself, express yourself. Evolution is progression, development, and bettering and furthering, society, or whatever you want to call it. What was the last one? Culture. Culture's the people. Culture's, I guess, like the heart and soul of communities and environments. Culture's special. Culture's needed. Can't cancel the culture.